Y'all talking that noise. But y'all see New England just scored a touchdown, huh? Day part. A day part. Yo, it's them, yeah. Heard me this MC Shakie, MC Shakielive, you dig? AKA Big Crazy in this bitch. What's happening? You heard me? What's happening? Welcome back. Look, say, son. Check it out. Make sure you like. Make sure you subscribe. Make sure you fucking share this bitch. You heard me? We're gonna turn this bitch up. You heard me? We on Netflix, YouTube, all this motherfucking shit. Say, son. Look, lay up there. Say la bitch. Say la bitch. Make sure you do that shit, you dig? You feel me? You already know. This MC Shakie, MC Shakie live, you heard me? Real nigga shit. Real nigga shit that we fucking doing. It's story time. You heard me? Prison part 20. And this bitch. You already know. You heard me? So, lay up there. You dig? Understand me? Lay up there. Say la babe. Lay up there and like this bitch, you know what I'm saying? If you don't know how to fucking like, son, it's simple. You press the fucking X. You hear me? And you motherfucker press the like. You ain't gonna exit the building. You press the fucking X. You gonna still see a bitch. And then you'll press the fucking like button and go right back in the chat after that. You heard me? So that's what you do. You heard me? So listen. Oh, you live. Yes, I am. So like on your way in. Yeah, so make sure y'all like, y'all subscribe, and make y'all sure y'all do all that shit that y'all need to do. All right. So let's just pick it up to where it was on. These niggas don't go in the feds pre-trial. I don't know why, but they did. Now, even though I was in the feds and pre-trial, I was in the feds as I was still around a lot of New Orleans niggas because the Eastern District of Louisiana pretty much encompasses anything that's like St. Charles, St. Tammany, Assumption, Lafourche, New Orleans, of course, Jefferson, all in places like the Hammond, all that shit. All that shit's in the Eastern District of Louisiana, which is headquartered in New Orleans. So I'm around like any of them New Orleans niggas that was doing fed time around this time, I was around. So all your like people like that, I was around a couple of the Hanktons, I was around a couple of, you know, just some of them niggas like Rabbit and all them. I never knew all that shit till I got out of jail. Like Rabbit and all them, I was joking with all them. But them niggas don't go. All right, but this is not what I'm talking about. We talking about my dealings with these niggas. With not them niggas. Oh, girl, I like how that sounds because they'll take that and twist that around. Let me say this. How I was dealing with niggas in prison. So I was around a few of them niggas, and a few of those niggas that a lot of people know or whatever. Like that got I knew some niggas that was caught up with this gang and that gang and all this stuff like that. Whatever. So I was around all these niggas. I was the only one in there for fraud, though, it seemed like. I also met, remember I told you on the last video about the white boy Prince? Well, I met his brother here, too, who also played chess, but his brother was very stupid. But this is what his brother put me on. His brother told me, like, by me, like, I could get the tramadol. I was just nothing. And so in prison, if you have, like, intense pain, they could put you on tramadol. And so I used to go complain about having pain so I could get the tramadol. I like the feeling that tramadol gave me, but like it took me away from like writing and stuff and made me less productive. And so I end up selling it most of the time. Unless on a Friday night or something, I just want to just get fucked up. Which was a lot of stuff going on like that on this little compound. The compound probably had about 10 niggas at any given time. It wasn't a lot of going in and going out. It was supposed to be a punishment type place because it was for people who had fucked up at the other camps. This is what the one they used like as the camp of last resort. And because they felt I had too much reach, they put me over here. So I was on a compound with a little dude named Dro. Dro from Uptown, and he was on some gang shit. His cousin named Hook, he was also there. Now Dro's a little red nigga. To me, he wasn't even cute, girl. But to me, he was so cute. And he was slim, sharp, but he could play cards his ass off, and he used to like the jokes a lot. And so when I first got there, he acted like he didn't want to talk to me, and I'm like, oh, a punk. But bitch, it's kind of like after like a little while, like one day I was just sitting in my cell, and he just came in there and sit there, and me and him just started running and talking. And so he became like a good friend of mine. Like he really was like, he would just come fucking running and talk to me. Now everybody and their mama could see that I liked him, and I know he liked me. But we never even really talked about that, especially initially. The only time that we even kind of got on that level was one time he was like, if he could take a shower myself because I had the best shower in the unit. I was like, as long as you do the mopping up because it leaked. And he was like, cool, all right. Because my shower was to the back, is right by the burner, and it always stayed hot. It was just new and nasty. Um, so Tracy in here. Wait, what? I know you lying. Tracy Jacks. I'm your cousin. Oh, I read that kind of cousin. Okay. So I was like, oh, you clean up the shit. I was like, all right, cool. And I was getting up to let him, I was gonna go in the day room while he goes in the back to use my shower. And he was like, you don't have to leave. And so I was like, boy, I'm not gonna stay with you while you shower. He's like, you act like you never seen dick before. I'm like, well, bye. And so I let him use the shower. Now then I came back and he didn't clean up he didn't mop up my cell. So I went knock on his cell, baby, could you politely go and spread that mop around? And he was like, man, you the bitch, you go ahead today. Stop tripping. And I was like, all right, daddy. And I would go back there and mop up. So, um, no sap, bitch. So check it out. Now, Hook and Drew, their cousins, and they was on the same charge. But Hook had full 5 bodies under his belt. So he knew he was never coming home. He knew it. He just knew in his mind he was never going to come home. I told him, look, there's hope. You can always pray, talk to your creator. You never know. The courts, I know the judge would sound like be final, but the final come from the real judge, not the fake-ass judges we have on this motherfucking planet. And so I used to tell him that, but when people telling you, look, we know you killed 4 people, and we're not letting you come home, that kind of weigh on you. Even in my case, when it was like we could give you 30 years, it kind of weighed on me. So I know, I'm whatever. So he used to always tell Drew, listen, you got 2 kids. I ain't got no kids. You go ahead and rat on me. I'm letting you rat on me on purpose so you can get your time cut, because they was kind of give Drew like 30 years or something like 30, 40 years, something like that too. And so, bitch, but Drew didn't want to do it. Drew was like, no, I'm not ratting on you. Like, whatever. The people already knew he did, but he was like, I'm not coming home. Go ahead and tell him something about me so that I could listen what I'm saying. It's like, I guess it's like writing with permission. This is what they was going through. And listen, this is what the debate. But I told Dro, I was like, baby, do it, because you like okay, because they didn't understand a lot of stuff with legal. So I ended up reading a lot of their paperwork. And so Hook was like, Hook, it was rough. It was hard. You never know. And so, but it was hard for him. And Hook's still in prison to this day with life sentences. And I run into him again, and that's another story for another day. But he my partner. Don't get it wrong. Like with me and Hook, it's like we're real good. Like Hook, he don't go, but Hook was the type of just jokes with a punk all day, just jokes off a punk all day. And like he could rib, and I like that, and I like the rib. And he'll just always come jokes with me or rib me or whatever. Hook got a bullet in him that used to worry his back. He's a little skinny little dude. It don't even look like a killer because he's so good. He that cool and fun loving. And so I ain't gonna lie. Like I used to do my woman stuff like if they like it was Hook, Dro, and Missy all stayed in the same cell. So they had one cell to themselves, but they kept this bitch like a pigsty. It was so just like, it looked like 3 niggas lived up in there. But as me fucking cool with all of them, Missy wasn't on the same charge with them, but him and Joe was kind of like jam. Bitch, but what I used to do is I used to go clean their cell phone and stuff like that. Just not being their maid or nothing, but just being like sisterly, if that makes sense. That's kind of like how, for the most part, they looked at me. And we used to really, really be up in that Joseph, man. We all facing a lot of time. They was trying to give me 30, they trying to get him 40, trying to get him life. We all, I think Nissy ended up getting 15, if I'm not mistaken, but they was giving him stuff too. Everybody in there got time, so we trying to make the best of it. So I used to go clean it. When I used to be like, I'll come in their cell. I mean, this bitch is just so nasty. I need a woman's touch. And I'll be like, y'all get out. They'll be sleeping. I'll wake up. Get out. Let me clean this bitch up for y'all. And so this is the type of stuff that I would do. And which was cool for me and them. in a sense. I mean, it just give me something to do as far as just like whatever, whatever. We held a lot of respect for each other. I mean, one time, and so but when his bullet used to work with him, I used to massage his back for him. No homo, I swear, no step. Fuck. And so, and so I like massage his bullet or something because his back would worry him a lot, and stuff like that. So, because they never took the bullet out, I don't think, but it used to bother him. So Hook told Drew, rat on me so that you could get some time off and go back to your kids. And Drew didn't want to do it. Now I told him like, listen, Hook know what he's talking about because he got a little change. He got a little, something. It's gonna be hard for him to whatever. But if you tell something that he's telling you to tell, then you could go home to your like he do like this is what the thing is. But I told Drew like, man, do it, like whatever. But he was like, I never do it. Yeah, I'm lying right now. I'm not on a football pool. No, this is my team. So let me turn it down because I don't want them to hit me with a copyright strike on that. On that, not like that. No, not right on me. Right on it. So y'all understand what I'm saying? So listen, his cousin was pretty much 9 times out of 10 going to be sentenced to life. So he's telling him, look, they don't know about this. Go tell them that before you get 40 years, and by the time you come home, your son be old as dirt. So, you playing them to their own game because they don't know about this. So he was getting time anyway. He was probably gonna end up. They was not coming off the life. If they could have killed the boy, they probably would have tried to do that too. But they couldn't because this the phase. I don't think they kill you unless it's like treason or something, if I'm not mistaken. I looked it up and make sure that's actually correct. But so Hook was like, tell them this, and you go home to your kid. They're cousins, first cousins. Their mamas, they used to come and go and visit together and everything. And so, but Drew didn't do it anyway. Drew didn't do it. I told him to do it. Drew didn't do it. They asked me because they looked at me as being smart and having advice. But I think it would have been made the most economical sense. All right. Now, I met a dude named Chief, who was an American, a North American, American Indian, I guess, is Native American. I said American Indian, a Native American. He had got caught up down here driving from Arizona, maybe. And so the strange part about him was, one day he came to my cell, and I was like, what was I doing? No, I was on the floor doing something. I used to, I had a desk, but the chair and the desk was just too hard. So what I used to do was put my pillows on the floor and prop my mattress up and do my writing like that. I don't know if I could give you an adequate picture of what I'm saying. I was basically sit on my pillow on the floor and get comfortable with my mattress tooted up to where I could just sit down and write. And so that's how I used to write. So one time I was on the floor doing that, and he came in. He was like, you know what, Shakie, I admire you. I'm like, why? You admire me, Chief? Why? And Chief was like, because, you're out and gay and proud, and everybody likes you and everybody respects you. And I'm like, well, it's just come with being yourself and living in your truth. And so he was like, oh, yeah, I wish I could do that. I'm like, what are you saying? Are you gay? He was like, well, I guess I'm bisexual. I'm like, oh, okay, that's what's up. I was like, well, I'm not going to tell nobody or whatever. And so I was like, okay, cool. And so he was like, I got a crush on one of your homeboys. I'm like, which one? And so he tells me he has a crush on Mob. Now, Mob is my real life homeboy. Rob is my real life homeboy because Mob is from the Southern War. I literally knew Mob on the streets. And he was on some stuff like, Mob was on something. He got Dre. And so he like him. Now, Mob is a kind of muscular and all this stuff like that. He fine, a little young, dreads, whatever. And so, bitch, I go tell Mob, I'm like, Chief is a punk. Chief is a punk. And he like, what you mean Chief a punk? I'm like, man, Chief a punk. He's like, no, bro, no. I'm like, yeah, Chief a punk, and he like you. And so, he started laughing. He was like, man, I don't get down. I was like, I'm telling you. He was like, why you lying on that man? I'm like, I'm really not lying on him. Chief is a punk, and he like, and because, okay, now I'm telling him this because I thought it was funny, but also, too, I didn't want him to be trying to like be around him or nothing like that in that sense, and the dude really liking on you. Like I don't want you playing on you or some shit like that. It was not, and I don't feel like I owe Sheaf nothing, but Sheaf actually this. Sheaf would actually became like my little secretary because he read my book in one night. My first book that I wrote, he read that bitch in one night. And he was like, "Okay, you got something here. Let's whatever you need." So he when I needed word looked it up or I needed something to do, he would do that. So he became like a friend of mine, and so I kind of felt bad. Now, by him becoming a friend of mine and spending a lot of time with me helping me with my book, people thought we was messing. But I was like, no, dude ain't gay. But then, of course, Nissy, Dro, and Hook is ignorant, young trade from New Orleans. So they used to always play with us, man, like, bitch, you a punk, huh? Why don't you just go ahead and tell us, Chief? Why don't you just tell us? Get that hair out your face and tell us. And she would always be like, no, I'm not gay. I'm not gay. I'm not gay. But he already told me, and I had already told Mob, just to be on the safe side because of that. I didn't want him like, whatever. All right. So, one time I was on visit, and ooh, let me see how I can do this, girl. How can I tell this story? Fuck, I gotta change some things, a lot of things. All right, so, fuck, I gotta change more than the name right now because all right, so one time I was on a visit and I ran into Nissy baby mama, and she is a friend of mine to the point where, like, I really know her, know where she stays, know her sister, know everybody, know the whole family. And when she saw me, she was like, "Bitch, where you been at? You been in jail a long time, blah blah. Bitch, I knew you was in the feds, this, that, and the other." So when she went on visit and he was on visit with her, me and her saw each other, and so it was like, oh my god. So it was like me and her saw each other. And when I left on visit, she was like, "Me and you." That's how cool we was. So Nissy was like, "How you know my baby mama?" I was like, "Well, you know, she actually used to dance, to be honest with you. She used to dance, and me and him started having stories about her. So me and him started talking a lot. Now he never gave me no indication that he'd go. Never did he not one time give me no indication that he'd go. Other than whatever. But other than him joking with me or something, nothing really ever transpired. So one time he came, he was like, "I need to use your shower." I'm like, "Cool." Now there was one shower per cell. I didn't mind nobody using my shower, wasn't that serious. Long as they like mopped up after. But in their case, they shower is 3 people to their cell, so they only have one shower. So if 2 of them, like if they go on a basketball court and all of them want shower at the same time, one gotta come in mine, one of them gonna use yours and one of them gonna use somebody else's shower that didn't have nothing in it. Like nobody in it. So one time he was like, "I need to use your shower." I'm like, "I ain't tripping." And so I let him use the shower. And so I usually would just leave the room while they use the shower for the most part. Like I don't want whatever. But I left, and then I hear him calling, "Shake it." I left my towel in my cell, go get the towel and bring it to me. I'm like, all right, cool. So I go get the towel out their cell and then go bring it to him in my cell. And then he just, I don't know why Nissa did this to me, but I bring the towel, and he not even in the shower. He just in the cell with the shower running with his dick hard jacking off. So I'm like, bitch, stop playing with me. And I just left. So he didn't really do nothing about it or kind of approach me or anything after that. But it was like I was trying to get that out of my head. You know why? Because I'm cool with your baby mama, number 1. And number 2, they said can't see my face. Okay, good. How you can't see my face? You can't see my face? So, no, he wanted to go, but I was like, I'm not finna fuck with you because whatever. So, the whole time I'm there, I'm really crushing on Dro. Real talk. Dro have a little swag, a little attitude, and a little thing, and plus the fact that he don't want to go, make me want to go with him more. And so even when people used to say, because me and him used to play all kind of cards, all kind of games, all kind of stuff, and he'll be joking with me. But he'll be telling niggas be like, "Oh man, you in love with the punk? You in love with Shakie?" Like even another one of his co-conspirators came on the tip was like, "Man, that's your punk. You got a punk, man. What's up?" And he was like, "Hey, my punk, man, that's my friend, that's my partner," and stuff like that. And which was true because I never had dinner with him. These bitches, those bastards, dumb bastards, let's go to the fucking game. So as shit culminated and correlated, I'm really crushing on him. Like, cause he really that type of person. And so just this the kind of banter that we had amongst each other. Cause one time, like I was laying in my bed, girl, he comes sit by the bed, he put his pants down, like just kind of josing with me. But I'm like, stop playing with me. If you ain't gonna go, you ain't gonna fucking go. He's like, you know I don't go, I ain't gonna go. He's like, how the fuck am I gonna tell my son if I go with a punk or something? I'm like, man, fuck all that. And so, but I was really crushing on him, tough, because he was real cool, and he was, to me, it was fine, but he wasn't even that fine, to be honest with you. It was just enough. He just something about him, just you know how you just got one of them niggas that's really like just like he not fine, he not cute, he just, you know, he's just like a nigga that you like fuck with or whatever. He's just like that nigga, like he like, it's like, you know, you not really in my stratosphere because I'm like that bitch, but at the same time, you just get you could get it because you just got that little like attitude or whatever, and you treat me cool. But all right. So one time, Nifty came on myself, and he was Joseph, come Joseph, and I'm Joseph with him or whatever. We just running there, running about stuff. This bitch get up, pull his dick out, like, come on, suck my dick. I'm like, boy, I'm not sucking your dick, bitch. I'm without looking like fucking sucking your dick. He's like, man, please suck my dick, please. Nah, Nifty was fine. Though he was tall, brown skinned. I do got a picture of him, but not showing it. But tall, fine, brown skin with a big dick. But this is another thing that turned me off about Nifty, bitch. Yo, you got a big dick, but that bitch is not circumcised, and I don't like that. Like that's just not. Bitch, if I'm going to eat a dick, bitch, it's going to be clean. It's going to be. I mean, and not to say that I have not sucked an uncircumcised dick before, but bitch, no, I prefer circumcision. And so, bitch, he just get up and like, man, come on, suck my dick. He rub it all on me and stuff like that. I'm like, no, boy, I'm not doing that. Like, I know your baby. I'm cool with you. Like, why you bring this to that level? You heard me with me. Why you even play with me? I don't want to do that. And I'm like, besides in a thing, I'm really crushing on Drew. And so, bitch, you do make another laugh. So, this what happened. I don't know how they got on that topic, but there was like talk about one day. It was like talking about fucking with like what would it take for them to fuck with punks, and that was the topic. And so I don't know why Dro was like, I have to have a fall partner, and you know whatever. So Nifty tells him like, oh well, fuck. If you was a fall partner, I could, yeah, like you need a fall. I'm your fall partner. What's that? That's like hear my chance. So Dro come to me and was like, why you told Missy that the only way you will suck his dick is if you suck my dick? I'm like, I didn't tell that boy that, number one. But number two, I really would. I'm thinking to myself, bitch, if I gotta suck Missy dick to get to your dick, Dro, Missy dick is good as sucked, bitch. I'm thinking about, bitch, in my mind, bitch, this bitch. If that's the deal, if that's the deal, bitch. Huh. Girl, where my fucking blanket at, bitch? I can't find my green blanket. Hold on, let me go get my let me get my blanket and we'll get comfortable, bitch. Oh shit. So I couldn't find my green blanket, but I got my little Lion King blanket when I went to the I got this when I was in New York, and I saw the Lion King on Broadway. I don't put it out too much, but it's a Lion King on Broadway. It was sick on Um, bitch. So I'm like, bitch, that can't be the deal breaker because I you know, on the, if, bitch, I'm about to deal with this foreskin. It is what it is, baby. I sucked up, baby daddy. I can't take that back. That's how I felt. Bitch. But I was like, wait. How is y'all even having a discussion about this? And so, why Hook was like, well, fuck, I might as well be the fall partner too. I'm like, wait a minute, bitch. Wait a fucking cockpit minute. So, all right. So, so I'm looking at that school too. So, bitch, we set up the date. We set up the we set up the date, bitch. We set up the date. We set up the date. So we're supposed to do this Friday. We're supposed to get loaded off the pills. And bitch, I'm supposed to suck every dick on the motherfucking thing, bitch. On the menu, bitch. If it's on the menu, bitch. No, this is more different because this was happening. This was supposed to happen at the same time. This was supposed to be like, you know, we just supposed to be like whatever. What's up, Tampa, Florida? So that night we get loaded. We smoke. We learn how to. They take the pills and we got all kind of pills. We done bought from all the pill heads on the compound, all the old niggas on the thing. We done bought we in the cell. We laughing, we kick in. I done cook a nasty little something. I'm thinking, bitch, dick is on the menu, bitch. Dick is on the menu, bitch. And so, this is what Dro do. Dro go out the cell and go to my cell. I'm in their cell. He leave and go to my cell. And he was like, and I'm like, well, it's about time to get the party started. We was waiting on them to do their last little round. At about 10 o'clock, they do their last little round, and then the state's open till 12, then they lock everybody down. So it got to happen between this hour period, which is cool. So it was like 10:30, 10:45, so we ain't got that much time. And so I'm like, let me go see about him. What's wrong with him? So he in the cell, and he just kind of sitting on my bed, like with his head down. I'm like, what's wrong? He was like, I can't do this. I can't do this. I'm like, I feel you. I really, really feel you. You heard me? Like, you can't do it. That's cool. You know, don't, like, you know what I'm saying? This is just not what you want to do. And I knew then, like, that he just didn't want to go. And that's cool. I respect that. And that's just, like, it's not a thing to, like, you don't need no fall partner, nothing like that. You just don't want to do it. You had convictions about your son. And so, that's why he didn't want, he didn't want to go. So I'll go and break the bad news to the other two, like, ain't gonna be nothing. Dro don't want to do it. So, listen, like, man, fuck him. That's on him. He don't want to do it, but I'm down. I'm ready. And shit like that. And the Hook like, man, I'm fucking with it, man. I'm fucking with it. So, I'm like, no, it ain't really, it's not on that type of party. It ain't that type of, you know what I'm saying? It was like, this was the magic of it. I'm sorry, wasn't it? And I mean, I don't like Shook like that. I would have ate to make sure I ate Dro. And he was all right, but bitch, like, if I can't eat Dro, you is really defeating the purpose of you altogether, bitch. So, bitch, it didn't happen that night. But this is what did happen, bitch. So Drew really came to me and was like, man, I respect that you respected me. And he was like, I thought you was going to suck them dudes. Them dudes mad at me. They mad at you. And which they was. They kind of stopped talking to both of us for a little while. They was mad at me and him for not falling through with the, with the, with the whoop de whoop. All right. So, this is what happened. So Drew, I think at this point, he started realizing that like I really like him. And I think he start. If I didn't know better, I feel like at this point, I feel like he know. I think he liked me too. I think if he would have had like if not that I was trying to press the issue because I was just really being me, and if I fuck with you and I'm a and at that time in my life I was a hoe, and so but if I fuck with him, I'm gonna fuck with him. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna fucking go do all that. And I fucked with him. And, you know, it's like that's if you're not I mean, I respect your mind. It ain't whatever, whatever. So it was not no type or pressure type thing, but I really felt like at that point he started to have some type of like or feelings for me. I really feel that deep down in my soul. I really, really feel that. Now, um, so here's what happened. They had some type of way. Remember I tell you my cell was leaking. So they had us in a cell, but then some type of way the pipe on one side stopped and there was too much water coming on this side. So on my side where I was at, like it was just like it's some type of way the plumbing got all fucked up. Then I think either they backed up or something. So they ended up moving us from that unit to another side of the jail. And so it was kind of like the same, except this had happened. They now put me in a. I was now in their cell with them, because they didn't have the other side that we wanted. Didn't have as many cells, and so they consolidated a lot of cells. That happened also too. The privacy of the shower wasn't there. They had a shower that was in the day room. It was noodle, and so come on. Oh, what's up, Race Louisiana? And so we all in the same cell. It was me, Dro, Hook, and Missy. We all in the same cell. Um, Me and Missy kind of became okay, though he kind of sort of fell back a little with me trying to give me his suck his dick or whatever. But he always play with me like if I'm laying in my bed, I step on the bottom, and he slept right catacomb from me. And so he'll just be hard showing me his dick and stuff like that. Other than that, but he ain't never really just like came over and like sucked my dick again. Um, so this what happened. So Prince, being a white boy, got his people to call, talking about the mole, and he was like, "We gonna get us a lawsuit." I'm like, "For real?" He was like, "Yeah, we gonna sue the jail." I'm like, "Well, I know how to do it." He was like, "All right, cool." And so me and Prince drew up a petition to sue the jail for the backing up of the toilets and all that shit like that was going on, and all this shit that was happening with the showers and stuff like working, all kind of conditions. And so, bitch, we was about to get us a settlement. So, bitch, the day the settlement was accepted, the day the settlement was accepted, we probably got. They accepted the settlement. Eventually, I'm gonna tell you what happened with that. They accepted the day the lawsuit was accepted for filing. Um, they come the next day and moved us from there and split us all up throughout the other camps that they had contract with. And the feds canceled their contract with the St. John Parish Jail. So I went back, me and a couple more people went back to St. Charles. I want to say Hook went to St. Bernard. Nussy went to St. Tangible, and Dro went to St. Tammany. So I didn't suck their dicks. I didn't get to suck their dicks, and I had the one opportunity I had to suck their dicks, I didn't suck their dicks. So then I go back to St. Charles for my second time. And it was just about the same shit. As far as just trying to whatever, By me going back though, I was on some shit like, okay, whatever. let me get my mind together, because by this time I was coming close to my, yeah. So I was coming close to the I was coming close to my sentencing, whatever. Um, this is what happened. They tried to get me to tell about the information I knew, but I did not tell them anything. As far as in my criminal case. Um, so the feds, what they did was sentenced me to 10 years, 120 months. And they just ran it concurrent with my state sentence, which means they ran it together. So I got credit from the time that I was initially arrested in the state, which was in 2008. Um, what they did do, that's the only blessing in the civil line, because he could have ran it wild, which means that if he ran it wild, my 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 federal time wouldn't have started until my state time ended. But because he ran it concurrent, my federal time technically started the day I got arrested. Um, so bitch, I remember this. The judge telling me when I went, so I go to back to St. Charles, kind of just like really nothing monumental really happening. I'm just kind of josing, doing working my books and stuff like that. My lawyer kind of my lawyer got a lot of the bullshit thrown out that was could be thrown out, and they sentenced me to 120 months to the United States Bureau of Prison. Um, they sentenced me to the maximum for the only charge they didn't throw out, and that was 10 years. They sentenced me to the maximum because he said I refused to identify the identities of my co-conspirators and refused to cooperate with investigative efforts. So he gave me the maximum which he could allowed by law and the guidelines, which was 120 months. Um, all I could say was hearing that. See, you get a chance to say something, and before the judge sentences you, and I said to the judge, I said, Your Honor, uh, my life has been what it is, and I don't know if this is exact words, y'all, but this is kind of like what I remember saying to this effect. I was like, I made a lot of mistakes. I thought I was greedy. I thought this was that. I was like, but I was like, I know this, that I have learned my lesson. I'm like, I have been corrected. There's not a question in that. Any other time in my life that I did something wrong, it was either slap on the wrist and I get a couple months here, a couple months there, whatever. And if you're looking at my rap sheet, it looks bad. But if you look at it too, you understand that I've never spent this much time in prison. Like, I really got it after like a year or two. After a year or two in prison, my mind had went up like I can't come home and do fraud. I knew that after like the few months I was doing that, I was like, oh, child, that ain't nothing. But after like a couple years, my mind got it. I understood that that is not acceptable in society. I tried to make my judge understand that you could keep me in there, you could let me out tomorrow, or you could really let me out 20 years from now. You have that option, or 10 years technically. But you could let me out tomorrow or 10 years. You have that option. But I get the fact. I learned the lesson. Like there's nothing you could do more that's not gonna make me see it. I got it. It's up here already. Fraud for me is a no go. It might be cool for you. I might could talk about it. We might could do this. But you know, so it's like I got it after 2 years. 1 or 2 years, I got it. You can't do this, Shakie. You can't do this. And life is unacceptable. And so, um, and I told the judge that. And I told the judge, like, in my time, like, listen, like, I mean, like, you know, you can't punish me more than I've been punished. I didn't go into detail of what I was going through in prison. I didn't go through detail like about the rape or anything like that. I didn't think that was part of. I don't know. At the time, it's just I don't think I was ready either. But I did like I learned it. I got it, and he still sentenced me to 120 months in federal prison. Um, which then meant I was then ready to be transferred upstate to the feds when I finished my state sentence. Um, my judge, his name was Kurt Dianga. It was Kurt Dianga. He's actually the chief judge of the Eastern District of Louisiana right now. And he's a smart man. I understand he talks very eloquently. He's a little tough. He's a little strict. He goes against the top of the guidelines most of the time. But I just and I'm not preaching or anything, but this is what I think about criminal justice. Um, I've really thought that just them couple of years that I did time that I got it, but what made me get it more was actually having to come out here and work a job, and have to work and do YouTube videos and MC, and the end still not meeting. And that makes me get it. That makes me say, oh my God, this is what it is. So when I spend 10 hours a month, and people laugh at me because I wear the same clothes over and over again, yes, bitch, I can't afford all that. It's just not what I could do. But what it is that going through this, I learned that you have a choice to live in a society. But once you do live in a society, you choose to follow its rules, whether regard you like them or not. You're not invincible. I'm not. It's nobody getting away with nothing. It's 2019, about to be 2020. Nobody's getting away with anything. Every day I see somebody get caught for something. Y'all Crime Stoppers going out of business. Nobody. It's Camera Stoppers and everything now. So, I mean, with that being said, I guess the point I want to make is that, you hear me? I think that people should look into the punishment fitting more than a crime. Do I think it was fair to me to get 10 years in the state? I think it's more fair because because in the state, I really did about 5 years instead of doing a whole 10. And I got it after about a couple of years. It just hitting me like, bitch, you got to find something else because you can't go out there and do fraud. Do I think that 10 years was excessive in the feds? I think so too. But who am I to say? But I will say this, like, I feel like he should have taken at least that into consideration to understand that, like, but I've been in jail. I'm getting it. I understand. It's not that hard. They made their example, and I got their time. Nussie is still in jail. Drew still in jail. Hook still in jail. Sheet is out of jail. I actually talked to him on Facebook not so long ago. And Mob, he comes back in the story later. I see him in another camp. I have contacted Nussie. I cannot find Drew or where he is at. And it's kind of like, I know the reason why. Nussie is somewhere in Florida. Shook is, I want to say Polak. And that's what it is. Questions? Questions? Any questions? Questions to answer time. The Patriots are losing. I'm mad. The Patriots are probably going to lose this game. There's not enough time left, and they're 3 scores down, I believe. Well, it's going to be a rough week. Buster's going to get on my ass. Yeah, it wasn't juicy, but it had some juice. I told you that. Yeah, it's 37-20. They can't win this game. The Patriots are gonna fall tonight. They're gonna lose their first game. Did you go to Pollock? Yes, I do go to Pollock, medium and penitentiary actually. At some point, I do go to Pollock. I go to Pollock eventually. As I get into the story, you're gonna understand. I actually go to so y'all should be caught up to this point. Right now, what I was telling you, it was happening during my state sentence. But I do get caught up. I do go to Pollock eventually. But in video 17 or 18, I end my state sentence and I go into the phase. So like now I'm in the phase. I'm no longer in the state. This is it. The state is done. I have no in the state. I'm in the phase now. But I do go to Pollock, and that's another thing. I love you too. To Taiwan. Let them go there. I enjoy this. Okay, thank you. I love how you transparent you are. Okay. What year did I go to Pollock? I was in Pollock. I don't remember what year. Did you have to pay a student fee charge? Yes. $500,000 to rest. I love you too, Tony. Wait, start from the beginning. What? I see how open you are. Besides your kids, is there anything else you would keep to yourself? Nope. Really not that else. My family, in a sense, yeah, because they didn't choose to this. I did. And so I don't really show my mom. I don't really show my dad. I showed them before. I don't show my brothers at all. It was 17. I was 17? That I was in Pollock? I was in Pollock at 17? No. I was in Oakdale at 17. Why are you moving to Houston or Atlanta? Because the opportunities. My baby daddy was on a lock. Okay. Because I got some personal questions. Sandy the Boss. Were we in Pollock together or something? Is that what you want to ask? But I was in Pollock. But it wasn't 2017. I was in Pollock medium, probably. Pollock Penn, probably 2016. No. It had to be like 2014 or 2015. 2013 maybe. So I got sentenced in 2013, so it had to be like 2014. I had to do Pollock. No. Pollock Penn was 2014, 15-ish, 2016. I don't know. If you got some personal questions, just email me at mcshakielive@gmail.com or hit me up on Instagram. I don't know how to. If I get messages on here, I don't know how to get them. Did you juice with anybody from Ponchatoula or Hammond, bro? I did, yes. Oh my God. It was part 17 that you talked about moving to the face. Yes, so I'm moving to the face. You said so much opportunity to keep it in your list of places if you do decide to move. I am moving. It's going to be soon, too. So what's up with the purple hair color? I don't have it. Answer Sniper from the state. Okay. Why are you juicing with no keyboard? With no keyboard. You were juicing with them no keyboards. I have no idea what you're talking about. Music, I want to say. Okay. Other you no longer engaged in fraud, would you say doing fair time could have made you a better criminal? It did, in a sense. Which video talks about Alabama trade? That would be coming up when you got out. December 19th, 2017. No, your husband was. Okay. Shake hair was already purple. Yep. He was the previous beautiful and not absence. Curly hit me up. I know that about the user areas. Please be polite and y'all questions. I don't know if he was with you though. Okay. I still love your strength, Shakie. Thank you. I will shoot up for you to make more coins on YouTube. Okay. I would love more coins. What's going on, Caramel? Thank you for subscribing. If that's it, yes, all y'all questions. Respect the artist. Oh, thank you. Tenacious. Girl, where you been at, girl? No, I was talking to you earlier today. I forgot. I'm tripping. I need mods on Instagram. I really do. Oh, I love you too, Taiwan. What's your question, Regina Joseph? I'm sorry if I didn't answer your question. How is it possible to file a suit that fast in jail and get results? We didn't get results instantly, but when the suit got filed, they didn't want us at the compound no more, and it also brought attention to it. So they didn't want us. When they got served, they didn't like it. And so it's like, something going on here. We did get money eventually. I think I got like $500 or something, but it wasn't really much. They settled, and that was it. I love your channel and like to comment. Not too good with YouTube, but I will continue to follow and like my notifications on. I love you too. Oh, thank you, Deborah. I love you too. I see you going far and making more at this point. Stay prayed up because business. Thank you so much. Thank you for showing us. I watch ads. And, oh, do you get paid for that too? Yeah, you get paid. YouTube. So YouTube, you get paid for YouTube. You don't not get paid for YouTube. I'm getting paid for this. There's no question about it. But like the engagement is important because YouTube ranks you higher the more engagement you have. It could be thumbs down, thumbs up, comments, bad comments, good comments. The more engagement you have, the more they rank you, which means the more people watch, which means the more money I get. So I don't know how the ad thing actually works. They figure this out, some kind of algorithm, but I just know the more engagement. They don't necessarily go by, oh, he had 1 billion views. And 1 billion views is good, but the 1 billion views is only good because it has a lot of engagement with the views. So that's why I be asking for likes so much. Because if you like it, then even if you don't watch it, cool, like it, because the engagement comes. You welcome, Tori. Come on, Houston. Yes, Shakie, I've been working and want to delete them bitches. I watched your interview and you were so awesome. Thank you so much. Getting you a personalized cup for your birthday. I have one of my people in order to get it to you. Okay, Mr. Dickey, this works. Can you put ads on your story time? Like 19 is sponsored by. Yeah, I would do that. I would be interested in that. Yeah, so the comments count. When do you think you will be due paying back the money you owe? Never. Ever. It's $500,000. Never. I might have paid back about $10,000 so far. Never. Never. I would be paying that probably the rest of my life. Oh, thank you, Regina Zozo. Money. Has anyone confronted you about being exposed in your stories? Yes. Yep. They have. They haven't confronted me physically. They've confronted me through the phone. Thank you, Regina. Shake it. This is your calling over here. Okay. Bye. I want you to send something for your company. Can I message you for your PO box? Yes. Message me on Instagram on my main page, which is at mcshakielive. The backup pages I don't check. Or email me at mcshakielive@gmail.com. How do I send you money? I don't have no social sites. Cash App, PayPal. My Cash App is $MC Shakie, MCSHAKIE. My PayPal is mcshakielive@gmail.com. Did you spend all the money? No, I still no. Oh, you talking about the fraud money? Oh yeah, that's been gone. That's girl. I don't know. I'm a broke bitch. When she said bum, she was talking about me. Oh, she was talking about me. When she said bum, when she called me a bum, I'm that bum. Okay, what's going on? Hey, friend. Can you do community service and place some monetary restitution? No, but I go up every year, and they could just it at any point in time, and whatever. So I'm just hoping that day comes. But right now they take a little money out of my check. So I mean, I gotta do it. It's better than being in jail. I'll be a broke bitch out here. I'll be a broke bitch out here than a rich bitch in that any day. Bum, I will get my own bum t-shirts. I am bum. That's who I am. I am a bum. So even though you did your time, you still have to pay back insured money. Yep, because the insurance company is the government of the victims. You've been a breath of fresh air. Your best is in my head. Oh, let's keep this shaking going. We shall. Smile shaking. What's the update on the lawsuit? I'm going to get one tomorrow. We'll call and find out. That's why I asked them about the comments and things, because if I just comment it after the live, I will comment on off live. I just want to know, yes. I don't know how they count the comments on in the live, the super chat comments, but I don't know. And I like people send money. Thank y'all so much, sister. But I would rather y'all send me engagement and let YouTube pay for this. Girl, why is we paying for this? They could pay for that. Y'all don't have to come out your hard-earned money. Just watch it, share it, press the like button, leave a comment. Even if the comment is fuck you, shake it counts. It helps. It takes guts to be you. Submission the out of signature from Etsy. You should. Okay, that's cool. Beautiful tea. Thank you. But your mod told me to ask YouTube. Ella, just try to be supportive. I have no idea. Did you say you had 2 biological children? Or is that son and girl from the gay culture? Biological. Those are my children. The $20, I don't know. It's just, would we love you that much to take the monetary gift? Yeah, I appreciate it. And I eat my ass off. So, So it definitely, I buy food and stuff. Anything I get off of YouTube like that, $20, I'm gonna use to make the channel better. Like I'm buying some stands. I'm working on getting the backdrop done for the show. So it's like, I love to hear you talk. Oh, thank you. I know someone that was locked up with you. They said you a gambling motherfucker. Yes. I don't know why, and I'm not even like that in the world. I don't even rarely go to the casino or anything. But in jail, I was a gambling bitch. I gambled all day, girl. Oh, sure. Also, someone wants to send money directly to him because the YouTube takes. Yeah, YouTube does take something. I have no idea what YouTube where it helps with. I don't even know what that is. Please like this video and share it, and don't forget your loves. You are loved. You're very cool. Keep up the good work. I shall. Well, 40%. That's a lot. I don't think they take 40%, but they take a cut. So if you send me 20, I'll probably get like 15. You got to do a round Nola with MC Shakie. Yeah, I want to start interviewing people. So I'm gonna work on that soon. I'm gonna start doing it. Yep. You're right, you're wrong. So I hope that was the last question because I'm getting a little tired. The Patriots have actually lost this game. I'm evil that my team has a loss, a L. Shirts in the meet and greet, yes, they're coming. 30 to 40% YouTube take. Wow. What characters came at you about the series? None that I know of. What do you mean? Rephrase that, Andre. My brother just came home from jail yesterday. So iterated with him because he is not his first grind. Am I wrong for not wanting to help him? Yes. And let me tell you this. Yes, you are wrong. And I know, listen, a lot of times with this coming home is the most hard thing. The hardest times in jail is your first years and your last years. And I say that because it's like, it's very difficult. That transition is difficult. Transitioning from no freedom to all freedom to no freedom is one. And then transitioning from no freedom to all freedom is another. And it's very difficult both ways. Your brother needs you right now, no matter what. And I understand you don't want to help him. He done fucked up before. He done did all this stuff like that. He done failed. But guess what? It's going to happen again and again and again. Life is that. Life is making mistakes. Life is that. But this is what it is. You have to understand, for him and for you, that everybody's not wired the same. And because of that, people handle certain things differently. And I know for a fact that if it was not for some of my family members and my people around me understanding, I couldn't make it. It would be, I would have many times coming home from jail was way more, like it was just like, oh God, just let me go back so that my life could be structured and there wouldn't be so many variables. Like I literally, the first time when I came home, I actually go to Winn-Dixie and I look and I'm like, oh my God. And I start crying. But I wasn't crying because I was free. I wasn't crying because I didn't like Winn-Dixie. I was crying because I had something that I hadn't had in 10 years. And that was a choice. In jail, you get, in prison, I was used to this. On Tuesdays and Thursdays, it's Frosted Flakes. It's Tuesdays and Thursdays, it's Frosted Flakes. Wednesdays, Saturdays, and Sundays is Raisin Brans. Mondays and Fridays is regular cornflakes. There is no choice. If you don't like Raisin Bran, don't go to breakfast on Wednesday. It's your choice. Because you're going to get Raisin Bran. That's what you're getting. But so I walked down the cereal aisle because I wanted some cereal. And I'm amazed at all the choices. And I literally cried because I had something that I hadn't had in forever. It's a choice of which cereal I'm going to be eating in the morning. I hadn't had that choice. So just simple stuff like that matters so much, and it's hard. So when you do that and you say, well, you don't want to help him, dog, it might be psychological or something that he's going through. I don't know. So if you don't want to help him, I understand. But at least put him into the direction of somebody who can. Don't let him just out there like that, because what's going to happen is it's going to lead him to recidivate, which means to go back to prison. And guess what? I didn't go back only because, not because I'm strong. I didn't go back because my creator didn't need me and he wanted something from me. But also too, it's like people understood the shit that I could possibly going through, and a lot of people helped me. And I think you should do that to your brother. I hope that helps you. Now that's just my opinion. I don't know how it was if there's other elements to it, but I think it. It's not easy. Coming home is very hard. It's very difficult. It's very difficult to navigate, especially if you didn't been in there for any extended period of time. Like just the transition to freedom is enough to just be like, fuck, what the fuck? You're trying to find a job, you're doing this, doing that. Man, it's difficult. So, I hope that helps you. And so, and I understand there could be argumentative. I understand because like I was irritable about certain simple things, like just pick it up, like whatever. And it's like I was institutionalized. And so that being said, you have to also too remember that might be the thing. I don't know. And people do go back. The system is not designed. This is what it is. The system is not designed. Listen, if the system was designed to people to get a real second chance, they would never ask you. A criminal background check couldn't stop you from getting nothing. If that's the case, that's a true second chance. When your criminal background don't stop you from getting nothing. So that's hard right there. You can't get certain jobs. You can't do this. You can't go there. You can't go there. You know, my parole officer gotta come check out my job. You know, that shit is crazy. All right, so I don't like turning into a preacher. All right, so my next video will start my whole fast series, which will be about life in the fast. I'll go back to sucking dick real fast. So I do love y'all, and I want y'all to just kind of keep that in mind. You hear me? Yeah, son. Hello. So I love you from Kansas. So I love y'all. Make sure y'all hit me up, like, share, subscribe. Fuck with that Instagram at mcshakielive. Everything at mcshakielive. Snapchat, all that shit. I was about Snapchat today. I love y'all, and I will talk to y'all.